Naomi Stanleyland. I'm a producer and art director based in London, and in this series we're going to be looking into some of my favourite pieces of work and giving you a little bit of an insight into the creative process behind them. So in this episode we're going to be looking at a project that I worked on at the end of 2020. It was a Halloween campaign, and yeah, let's get into it. So for this project, the brief was to create 4 campaign videos, 4 tutorial videos, and some stills to sit alongside the campaign. So as well as the videos being used for like blogs, it was also going to be created into a filter for Instagram and a digital tool for the brand's app. So basically, in terms of thinking of concepts behind the campaign, it needed to have a consistent theme. The initial ideas was neon, so I was looking at kind of infrared like CCTV and like heat mapping kind of CCTV, and that was in my initial references, as well as vintage horror films, which is kind of the main, I guess, concept behind this project. I guess a part that people might overlook, which was actually quite a big part of the process for this video, was the titles, like the opening titles for each of the makeup looks. We were like going back and forth, far and far, my hand drawing out all the font, and it would be like, move that feather here, like make this T more curly here, and we was looking at movie posters, old horror movie posters. I basically wanted each theme to have its own font, and I wanted it to feel consistent with the video. So they made their own font, they hand drew everything, and they also had to translate each title into 8 different languages, so it was a pretty big part of the project. But I mean, it's little things that for me is like attention to detail, and it makes a big difference at the end. Even though it might go unnoticed to everyone else, it's something that I will notice and I'll pick up on, and I'm really happy with the end result. I had about 3 months to kind of build the creative and kind of be slowly kind of putting it together, and you know, making, like, tweaking it and making it as close to perfect as I could for me. For those of you that know me, you might have noticed that I love music, and I'm always inspired by music videos. So with this project in particular, I'd recently seen Parsalou's video for Betty, and there's like a little scene in there, and you go through a mouth, and I sent it over to the girls, and I was like, I love this part of the video. Is there any way that we can incorporate, like, take inspiration from this and incorporate a part of it in the video? So there is a small section of the Fallen Angel video that is inspired by Parsalou's Betty video, and we go through her eye, and I think it really makes for like a really interesting part of the video. We'd initially kind of briefed this project in as a virtual shoot because there was all the COVID restrictions and everyone was in lockdown. So I had Una Anderson come on as a makeup artist, amazing makeup artist, because she was also beautiful. She could be the model as well. So initially she was going to be doing the makeup on herself virtually, but luckily the restrictions were lifted kind of a week or so before we'd planned to shoot, and I was like, right, let's just physically shoot this, because I don't know how it's going to turn out if we don't physically shoot this. It's going to be a lot more difficult. So that's what we did, and it was a 2-day shoot. It was great to kind of all be together, and a lot of it was a bit of improv. You know, on the day we were like, okay, I remember saying to Una, like, put your hands like this, and I was like, far and form, we could get flames coming out of her hand. When you're thinking of ideas that aren't physically there, it's a bit of improv on the day, and it was a really fun shoot, so I'm glad we got to physically shoot it. The biggest chunk of time was post-production. I think we spent a good couple of months on post-production, and yeah, overall I'm really happy with the result. If you would like to see the full Halloween campaign, then you can check it out on my website at www.naomistanleyland.com/horn. So thank you for watching this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you a bit of an insight, and tune in to episode 2, where I'll be going through another one of my projects and breaking it down for you.